Hello students. So students, in the previous class in the chapter that is life processes, we were talking about the conditions which is required or which is necessary to carry out the process of photosynthesis. You see students, we had discussed here that is there are some of the conditions which is important for the plants to perform process of photosynthesis. And what are these conditions? So you see that it includes sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. So we are saying that these are the things which is really very important for the plants to survive, which is important for the plants to perform the process of photosynthesis. So they are the material, they are the inorganic raw material which is important for the plants to prepare their food or to synthesize their food. Now, if we talk about the synthesis only students, so you see that if we start with that of the sunlight, how can we say that, how can we confirm that sunlight is an important factor, it is an important thing for the process of photosynthesis. So, we had performed an experiment. On the basis of that, we had concluded that okay, sunlight is really very important for the plants to perform photosynthesis. What is that experiment student that we had done? So you see, we have taken a potted plant. Okay, and this potted plant, why we have taken a potted plant? Because it is easy to handle a potted plant. So we will take a potted plant and keep it in a closed room away from sunlight, that is in a dark room. So what happened due to this? So there is no sunlight, so there is no photosynthesis occur, and ultimately the plant will absorb or will take the starch which was earlier stored in the plant, and this will make the plant de-starch. So at first we will de-starch that of the plant. So we will do the de-starch of the plant by keeping it closed or by keeping it in a dark place. So all the starch is used up by the plant. Now plant does not consisting of any starch. Then what we will do, we will take a strip of the aluminium foil, and this aluminium foil we will paste it, or we will in the middle portion of a leaf we will wrap that middle portion with the help of the aluminium foil. Now while wrapping that middle portion with the aluminium foil strip, we should see that it should be properly covered or properly wrapped at the middle portion. Okay, then we will take this potted plant and keep it outside. Okay, keeping it outside, what will happen? Now again the portion, the left portion, it will receive that of the sunlight, and the formation of the photosynthesis occur, formation of a starch occur, and after 3 to 4 days, what we will do, we will pluck the leaf. Okay, that leaf which we had wrapped with aluminium foil. Now this leaf which was covered with that of the aluminium foil is plucked, and the aluminium foil is it is uncovered, and we will remove it. Now by taking this particular leaf, we will continue with our experiment. So you see students, we will take this leaf and keep it in the boiling water. Why we will keeping it in a boiling water? So that the cell membrane will loose. Okay, the cell membrane loses, which will help in the proper absorption of the iodine solution. Then we will keep this leaf, this particular leaf, in that of the alcohol and boil it. While doing that, we should remember that we are giving water bath to that of the alcohol and leaf, due to which the color of the leaf it become colorless, and this will help in proceeding that of the iodine test or the starch test. Now we will going to take that particular leaf which is now colorless, and then keeping it outside, putting it a few drops of iodine solution. What we will find that at the middle strip where we had covered with that of the aluminium foil, when we put a few drops of iodine solution, it will not turn in blue-black color. While the both portion, means the leftover portion of the leaf, it will turns blue-black in color. So this will help in telling that since the middle portion does not has received the sunlight, due to which it is not performing the process of photosynthesis, while the other portion of the leaves has received the sufficient amount of sunlight, so they are performing the process of photosynthesis. So you can understand that this proves that for the formation of the starch, process of photosynthesis is important, and for this sunlight also plays a very important role. Sunlight is also a very important condition. Okay, so this is the first experiment which help us to understand that for the process of photosynthesis, sunlight also plays a major role, or sunlight also plays an important role. Moving on, and we will see the next one. In this one, student, we have started with that of the chlorophyll, that okay, we have understood the sunlight is important for the plants to perform the process of photosynthesis. What about the chlorophyll? How can we say that the chlorophyll is important for the process of photosynthesis? So for that also, we had performed an experiment. And in this one, students, we will going to take a leaf like that of a croton leaf, which is a variegated leaf. It means which is a leaf that consisting of a green color and a white color. So when you look at the leaf, so suppose this is a kind of a leaf, you will find that this portion, it will be divided like this, and here this portion is totally green in color, although this again it consisting of the veins and everything is there, student, but this whole portion is white in color. So by this we can understand that this leaf is variegated. It means it consisting of a green as well as a white color. Now here the important thing is that most of the time the student, they are confused that ma'am, we can take a leaf which is purple or red in color. Absolutely you can take, but remember, if we are taking a leaf which is white and green in color, it will be very easy for us because it will not going to interfere in the test, that iodine test, which help improving the formation of the starch. Okay, so we will take a leaf which is partially white and partially green in color. So this is the first step. Potted plant. Consisting of a green and white color. Then what we will do, we will take this leaf, student, and keep it in a closed area or in a dark area to de-starch. So the second point is keeping it away from sunlight. Okay. Okay. So we have de-starched the plant by keeping it in a closed area or in a dark area. Now, what we will do, student, again we will take that potted plant and keep it outside so that it will receive or it will take all the, it will again perform the process of photosynthesis. So we have taken this de-starched potted plant and keep it outside. So this is the third point, that keeping this potted plant outside. Okay, keeping this potted plant outside. Okay, so this is the thing that we have to do in the next system. Then if you look at the after that, what we will do, student, after 3 to 4 days we will pluck this one of the leaf of this plant, variegated leaf we will take out, and then we will perform the process of the iodine test. Okay, so the next step is we will going to pluck one of the leaf. For the further experiment. So what we will do here, student, we will take one of the leaf and then again we will boil it. We are boiling it so that the cell membrane will get loose and it will be able to absorb the more iodine solution. Now again we will give it a water bath by keeping it in alcohol. So we will give water bath to alcohol and the leaf which is present in the beaker. Okay, so while doing so, what happens? The green part of the leaf, it will be dissolved or it will be removed. Okay, so we will going to again giving water bath to it. So this is the next step. So next step is giving water bath to the leaf and alcohol in which it is dipped. So giving water bath to leaf as well as alcohol in which it is dipped. Okay. So you see we had given the water bath. Now what happened? The green portion, the green patches present in the leaves will get converted or it will be removed by this process, and finally this leaf is now ready for the iodine test. Now when we put the iodine drop to that of the leaf, you will observe that the portion, like if suppose this is that of the green leaf, and what I am saying that this portion of this leaf was green in color. Earlier this portion was green in color and this portion was white in color. It means the outer portion of the leaf was white in color and the inner portion is it was green in color. Why I was saying was because after giving water bath to this leaf, this color is now it becomes now colorless. Okay, so when we put a iodine solution, what you will find? You will find that this portion which was green in color, it will turns blue black. While the portion which was outer do not turn blue black. It means the portion which was not green in color, it do not changes its color when we put the iodine solution. But the leaf which was green in color, when we added iodine solution to it, it get converted into the blue black in color. So this help in proving that this portion, this green portion, since why it is green, student? Because it is consisting of the chlorophyll in it. Why it is white in color? Since it do not consisting of any chlorophyll in it. Okay, so when we added the blue black color to the portion which was green, which was consisting of the chlorophyll, that turns blue black. It means here in this one, in this portion, formation of a starch occur. While in case of the portion which was white in color, which do not consisting of a chlorophyll in, that do not changes blue black in color after addition of iodine solution. So this help in proving that since there is no chlorophyll, no process of photosynthesis has taken place. So with the help of this experiment, we had confirmed that since the portion which was green in color, when iodine solution is added to that particular portion, turns or changes into blue-black, proving that this portion consisting of a starch, it means in the presence of a chlorophyll, only photosynthesis process can take place. So this is the second condition which is necessary for the plants to perform the process of photosynthesis. So here we have seen two experiments. First experiment, that is related to sunlight, that how sunlight is important for the experiment for the plants to survive or for the plants to perform the process of photosynthesis. Second one, that how chlorophyll is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Moving on, and we will see the next experiment, student, which is the last experiment and help in proving that not only the sunlight and chlorophyll but carbon dioxide is also necessary for process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide necessary for process of photosynthesis. So now we have to see, or we have to do an experiment in which we will see that whether the carbon dioxide is necessary or even in the absence of the carbon dioxide, photosynthesis can take place. So student, for this experiment what we will do, we will take a potted plant, but this time whatever potted plant we will going to select, we should see the leaves of the potted plant. The leaves of the potted plant must be long, narrow or cylindrical. Okay, so it must be long, narrow, cylindrical leaf. Okay, so first thing, take potted plant consisting of long and cylinder leaves. Okay, so we will take a plant which consisting of a long and cylinder leaf. Why we are doing this, I will tell you about it. So we will take this plant and again we will keep it in a dark place for 2 to 3 days in order to remove all the starch which is present in it. So the second step is to de-starch it. By keeping it in a closed, dark room. Okay, by keeping the potted plant into a dark room by removing all the starch which is present in it. The third step is, student, we will take a rubber cork which can be tightly fitted in the mouth of a beaker. Now here what we will do, students, we will take one of the leaf and we will fit it in between the cork which is actually fitted into a beaker or into a vessel. That vessel consisting of a potassium hydroxide solution in it. So it will be like this, student. The diagram, if you look at the diagram, so the diagram, if suppose this is the leaf which is present in that of the potted plant. So this is the leaf and the leaf should be in such a way. It is a long and cylindrical leaf and this leaf, it will be fitted. If you will draw the diagram. So So the leaf, it should be long and cylindrical, students. So the leaf should be like that, and this leaf, when you take this leaf, it should be in such a way you see, student, the leaf should be in such a way that it should be properly fixed to the cork. Okay, to the cork, which cork? Which is fitted in the mouth of a vessel, and this vessel consisting of a KOH solution. Potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide solution. What is the role? Potassium hydroxide represented by KOH. So what is the role of this potassium hydroxide and or aqueous KOH? Basically, this will help in absorbing all the carbon dioxide which is present around it. Now you see, student, this leaf, all the carbon dioxide which is present inside that of the vessel also will be used by this KOH. So you can say that a vessel which is consisting of a KOH does not consisting of any carbon dioxide, because it absorbs all the carbon dioxide. Now you can see here that this whole portion is outside to that of the cork, while this whole portion is inside to or fitted with that of the cork. So if you took this leaf up to here, now the leaf does not receive or not able to receive carbon dioxide, while this portion can receive the carbon dioxide because it is exposed to that of the atmosphere. So why we are doing it? So that we can categorize, so that we can differentiate that what happened when a particular part of the leaf not able to get carbon dioxide, while the remaining part is able to get the carbon dioxide. So we have taken the aqueous KOH. So what we have done till now, we have taken a potted plant which is having a long and cylindrical shaped leaves, and this we will keep it inside in a dark place so as to remove all the excess starch which is present in it. Now we will fit it half of the portion of the leaf with the help of the cork in an aqueous KOH solution, potassium hydroxide solution, in order to remove any kind of a carbon dioxide which is present in it. Now we will take this whole setup and keep this potted plant outside. So students, we will going to take this whole setup in which the potted plant is there and aqueous solution KOH is there. We will take it and keep this potted plant along with this solution, along with this setup and outside. So what happened? Now this potted plant is exposed to sunlight. So this whole portion is receiving carbon dioxide. Up to this portion, it is receiving carbon dioxide. While rest of the portion of the leaf do not receive the carbon dioxide because it is still fitted in the cork consisting of an aqueous solution KOH. Okay, so this is the third step that we will do. Now what we will do, students, by keeping it outside for 3 to 4 days, we will going to pluck this particular leaf which we had fitted with the aqueous KOH solution. So again keeping it outside with the whole setup, along with the aqueous KOH solution. Okay, now what we will do, students, we have taken this whole setup, we had kept it outside for 3 to 4 days in sunlight, and then we will pluck that leaf which we had fitted with that of the cork and perform this process of the process of this experiment. Okay, so so the next step is, student, that we will going to pluck that particular leaf. Pluck the leaf. We will pluck the leaf, and again we will keep it in the boiling water in order to lose the cell membrane so that it can absorb the iodine solution. Now again we will take this leaf and give it a water bath, that is in alcohol, in order to remove all the green color which is present in it. Okay, so now this green color, it becomes colorless, right? Before that it was green in color, but now it is what? Decolorized. Decolorized leaf. What happened? Now you see here, student, this whole portion, if suppose I am saying that this whole portion was covered or first fitted in that of the cork. So when we decolorize it by giving water bath to it in the alcohol then it become decolorized. Now again we will take it outside and put it in the boiling water in order to lose the cell membrane again, and then when we put the iodine solution in it, what do we observe? We find that the portion which was this whole portion was present inside to that of the KO solution, or present in the jar or in the vessel which consisting of the aqueous KO solution. So after putting this, what happened? This whole portion do not turn blue-black. But that portion which was exposed to sunlight, which was receiving the sufficient amount of carbon dioxide, turns blue-black. You see here, students, what happened? This whole portion, it was fitted inside to that of the vessel, and due to which the carbon dioxide which is present in it was absorbed by that of the aqueous KOH, and ultimately there is no carbon dioxide is present in it, while the rest of it already was exposed to sunlight, so it has received the sufficient amount of carbon dioxide, and thus it turns blue-black in color. Okay, so portion which do not receive the carbon dioxide do not turn blue-black color. So if it is not turning blue-black in color after putting iodine solution to it, this proves that it does not consisting of a starch in it. While the portion which turns blue-black color, it proves that it consisting of a starch in it. So by this we can say that what happened here, there is absence of carbon dioxide, and due to which no photosynthesis has taken place, and ultimately no formation of a starch occur, and it do not changes its color by putting an iodine solution to this portion. While in case of this half of the other portion which was exposed to that of the carbon dioxide, it has received sufficient amount of a carbon dioxide, and thus it turns blue-black color after adding iodine solution, which proves the formation of a starch and which confirms that here the process of photosynthesis has taken place. Okay, so this is about the leaf which converted into blue-black color after the addition of the iodine solution to it. Now this is the whole condition, student. You know that without water the plants is not able to survive. You all know, even for the transportation process also water is required. Okay, so other than that, if either it is a carbon dioxide or sunlight or chlorophyll, we have seen that all these conditions are really very important, and these are the experiments on the basis of that we can say that these conditions necessary or very important for the photosynthesis. Okay students.